All right, so this is like problem number 19. We're doing a percent composition problem. First thing we're doing is finding the formula for the type of compound listed here by name. Magnesium is just magnesium from the periodic table. We got the charge from the periodic table with the oxidation numbers. Nitride, all IDE endings come from a single element. All IDE endings come from a single element, so this is nitrogen. We look up magnesium's charge number, it's +2 or 2 plus, and then we look up nitrogen and see that nitrogen has more than one oxidation number, but the only one that's negative is a 3 negative, and you have to have a negative number here to balance out the positive number here. Okay? Because overall, the whole compound has to have a 0 charge, and the only way to do that is if you have a negative and a positive in here.
Magnesium 3 and nitrate 2.
You got that reversed. Okay, let's look. This is 2 plus, and this is 3 negative.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mg3 and 2.
Okay, all right, you got it. You got it. Okay, so we want coefficients in front of these that give you a 0 charge when we're done. And so we have a 3 here and a 2 here. Okay, so the formula then for magnesium nitride will have to have 3 magnesium ions and 2 nitrogen or nitride ions. And these are unbonded ions, separate right now. When we put them together, the formula for the compound will have subscripts to show that these elements are bonded together. The subscripts show the elements are bonded together. So we've got magnesium with a subscript 3, nitrogen with a subscript 2 to show they are bonded into a single compound. Okay? Now we're going to do the molar mass for this compound. It's also the formula mass because this is an ionic compound. So we're going to have 3 magnesiums and 2 nitrogens. Now previously I had you doing this. Every time you were doing the molar mass, you were adding up magnesium's atomic mass 3 times and nitrogen's atomic mass 2 times. What I'm saying is we can shortcut this just a little bit. Okay? So we can say magnesium 24.3050, its atomic mass, 24.3050 times 3 instead of adding it 3 times. Times 3. And then nitrogen is 14.0067 times 2. Okay? And when we multiply those together, let me get my calculator, because I've been using somebody else's this morning. Somebody who left theirs here in class yet last week. Huh? No, you don't have to apologize. I'm just playing around. I mean, everybody forgets things sometimes. It happens. Say what? Now let's be real careful, folks. Let's be real careful. My calculator says I have 3 digits past the decimal. But what happens when you multiply this 0 by 3?
0.
You get a 0 over here, but guess what? That 0 is not there. Your calculator doesn't show zeros on the end of a number. Okay, or at least on the end of a decimal number. Okay? Your calculator can't do some of the thinking for you. You need to know there's supposed to be a 0 here. When you look at that and say, oh, there's got to be a 0 there. Okay? All right, 14.0067 times 2, 28.0134. And we add these together, there's no empty slots. So we're not going to round off this addition. Okay? Okay, and that's grams of magnesium 3,2 nitride equals 1 mole of magnesium nitride. Okay, Alright, so that's the first step in doing this. So all we did was, instead of adding magnesium 3 times, we simply multiplied it 3 times. Instead of adding nitrogen's atomic mass twice, we multiplied it twice. Okay, now the reason that this makes things easier is percent composition is the percent of this amount right here over the total times 100, and the percent of this amount right here over the total times 100. So by doing the multiplication here, we kind of save ourselves some time with the percent composition. Yes?
So this is what we have to do for the quality times in, or if we like choose to, we still add that and go up.
Say that again, the last part.
So we have to do the times in, or if we choose to, can we still do the add?
If you add it all up, then you're going to have to add these separately too, because I need this number. I need the sum of all the magnesiums.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah. So you'll do less work by doing it this way. Okay? All right. So what we have here, this number, we haven't used it this way before, but this number is actually the mass of magnesium in the total mass or molar mass of magnesium nitride. Okay? And this mass right here is the total mass of nitrogen in the total molar mass of magnesium nitride. Okay? So percent composition then is this number over the total times 100. That gives you one of the percents. And then this number over the total times 100. All right? So we're going to take 72.9150 grams of magnesium, put it over the total, 100.9284 grams of magnesium nitride, and then multiply times 100. That's the percent mass of magnesium. All right, but that's not the total. The whole percent composition means I have to do the percent of the nitrogen as well. So we have to take 28.0134 grams of nitrogen over that same total.
So on our calculator, we'll put 72.9150 divided to 100.9284.
Yeah. And then you hit equals and then multiply by 100 to get the answer. Okay? All right, so you just got to calculate the molar mass. Put the total amount of magnesium over the total of the whole thing. Okay? And then the total amount of nitrogen over the total of the whole thing. Yes?
Let's run the test tomorrow.
Let's be on the test tomorrow. It's simple.
We do like one more thing.
Okay? Now notice grams are going to cancel. Percentages are unitless answers. It's one of the only unitless, probably the only unitless, can't remember for now, right now, but it's one of the very few anyway, unitless answers we'll have in this class.
So when we
Yep.
do get the answer, do we put the MG3 and 2 on the end of it, or do we put MG?
You actually do both, but I'm going to show you that, okay? So let's get an answer. Everybody calculate this. Practice this in your calculator. Okay, so this number right here divided by this number, 72.9150 divided by 100.9284. Okay, I get a really long number that I still have to multiply by 100. Okay. Well, that's moved over 2 places. So I get 72.24428.407.
Do we round it off?
Yes, we have to round it off. And that is a percent. Okay.
72.
So this number has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 significant digits, and this one has 7 significant digits. This is multiplication and division, so we're going to round off to the least number of significant digits. 6. 1, 2, 3. It's, for multiplication and division, it's total digits. And this 100 is a counting number. We don't have to worry about it.
No, I was saying
Oh.
that there's going to be 4 numbers after.
Oh, four numbers after the decimal. That's true. So it's 1, 2, 3. Well, let me count 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and round it off from there. So we're going to round it off to
72.288. Is that 4 or 8?
4.3%. And then what we have left over here is magnesium over magnesium nitride. So this is the percent of magnesium in magnesium nitride. Okay? So that's what that means right there. The percent of that in that. Okay? If you wrote this as a fraction, percent, and then put that fraction, I'd have to accept that because that's essentially what it is. But that's what it means right here. Okay?
We put the fraction, we can put mg/mg3.
You could. That'd be that I would have to accept that as reasonable. Yes.
Why did you round to 6?
Huh?
Why did you round to 6?
Because this number has 6 digits.
Oh, so this is 0.
It goes by the list.
Yep. The 100 is not a it's a counting number. We don't worry about the 100, okay?
The end of the 72.9.
Oh, okay. You got it. You got another your calculator won't give you that 0 on the end. Yes, Aaron.
What is that? It says that they're 72.9150 GMGN. I can't read it.
MG subscript 3 N2. Or N subscript 2.
No, above that.
Oh,
Where the you doing the math?
right here? Oh, NN. Not just shorthand. That was shorthand for molar mass. So this is the total mass of nitrogen and the total molar mass of magnesium nitride is what it says. Okay? All right, so we got to take this number and divide it by that number. Then multiply by 100. Okay, I'm going to round that off. Again, it's going to be 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I've got 6 digits in this number here. So the final answer is 27. 0.7557%, in this case nitrogen, in magnesium nitride. Which I could also write the answer as 27.7557% nitrogen in magnesium nitride, as I told, who was it I told that a while ago? You could do it that way. Colton? Okay, that'd be acceptable too. Alright? So, all you're going to do is molar mass, the way we've been calculating molar mass. Okay? You just have to divide the total of each part by the total of the whole. Okay? To get a percent. Any questions about that? Does that seem particularly hard? It shouldn't be particularly hard. You just have to remember what it is.
It's easier than any other rest.
There you go. It should be like the easiest thing we do in this unit. What?
Can we just do a test on this?
On just this?
Instead, I
No.
do 6 tests. I don't
No,
do this.
can't do that.
So,
Can't do that.
okay,
That's
we
an
got
easy
this.
question.
This would be known as, can you go back to the question? No?
Yeah, percent composition. Percent composition. Really simple. Yes, sir.
Anything else we ever want to
Is the percent composition the two numbers added together?
No. Both of these numbers separately make up the percent composition.
Okay.
You have to, in other words, this question requires for this compound that you have 2 answers. Now, if I had a compound that had 3 elements, you'd have 3 answers. But what you said there brings up a very interesting point. Here's how you check your work. Add the percentages together. Check your work by adding your percentages together. Everybody put it in a calculator and add your percentages together. Add your percentages together and see what you get. Okay? Well, it is exactly 100. Now, sometimes you'll get 99.99999. That's pretty doggone close, right? All right, so you don't have to get exactly 100, but it better be very, very close. Okay, like 100.00001 or something. Okay, that kind of close.